everyone, and welcome to another Go Mojo Go video. Well, after having a reasonably successful Nations Cup race the night before, by successful I mean being punted on turn 1, lap 1, pretty much starting the race from last place and then finishing in third after all that, I felt quite pleased with that. So I decided the following night to do the manufacturers series. This is round 2 at Suzuka circuit, and in this race, amazingly, I qualified in second place. So that's where I'll be starting this race, and I think the top 8 were within half a second of each other. So this turn 1 is going to be interesting. I've had a really bad run with turn 1 incidents up to this point, so let's see how we go. Hashtag pray for Mojo. So here we are. We're behind, what's this called, ducting or ducketing. He's covering the inside line, and I pretty much stuff up the first turn, hit the curb and almost lose it. I managed to just hang in. Challengery, as a result, wasn't expecting me to do that. Tapped me a little bit in the rear, but thankfully he didn't get a penalty for that, because that was totally unavoidable on his behalf. And yeah, I managed to save that, luckily. So hopefully I can just concentrate now and avoid those bloody curbs. Having said that, there I am. I'm sliding a little bit on that turn as well, so through the final part of the S's. So I've got to try and stay off those curbs as much as I can. I've signed with Mercedes this season, as I explained in the last video. I just want to go pick a manufacturer that was very forgiving and quite easy to drive, and quite quick, I should say. And yeah, so and I hadn't really driven or picked Mercedes for any other season up to this point, so that was my choice for this season. So so far it's done me quite well. I drove the Group 3 Mercedes and Dragon Trail in the Nations Cup, and even though I could have chosen any other manufacturer, and that felt really comfortable in that, so I'm happy I ended up choosing Merc for this season. So as you can see, we've just gone through the spoon. I'm still hanging into second. Challenger is right behind me. It's only half a second behind me as we complete lap 1 relatively unscathed. After that first incident on turn 1, I've managed to regain my composure. Cut the corner a little bit there, didn't get any penalties, luckily. So yeah, that's lap 1, and I'm still holding second position, so I am quite pleased with that. As you can see, I've got number 12 on my door, so my target is to not drop below that number in the field. So hopefully that doesn't happen, because that would mean I'll be involved in a very major incident, which would be very sad, extremely sad. But I'm going to try and stay as clean as possible, and see if I can do anything about ducketing or ducting, whatever he's called. So we'll fast forward a bit here. 2 laps later, we're in lap 4. Pretty much haven't managed to close the gap with ducketing at all, but he hasn't really pulled away from me either, so that's something. But the 2 of us have pulled away from the others, with a 5-second gap behind me, so it's just between me and ducketing at this point. Oh, but it looks like he's turned way late. It's into the gravel, and that's it. And he's really spun it. He's gone, and I find myself amazingly in first place, halfway through, as I turn the hairpin, halfway through lap 4. And I've got a healthy gap between Lucky Quartz. I think it's at least 5 to 6 seconds, so things are looking good at this point. So at the end of lap 6, I believe I'll be going for a tyre change. I was doing race mediums for the first 6 laps, and now I'm going to have to switch over to the racing hards, because that is a compulsory tyre requirement for this particular race. So as you can see, I've been doing a bit of fuel saving. In fact, the next 3 pretty much have the same amount of fuel. I'm not putting any fuel that should last me to the end of the race. And now that I'm on my hard tyres, I'm okay till the end of the race, as I get back onto track, and already I've cut in front of Exo Flossie. Let's see if I can hold them off for a little while. I'm not sure what tyres they're on, whether they pitted the lap before or not. But yeah, I'm not going to give away my position that easily. Hopefully I can open up a bit of a gap. So here we are at the end of lap 7, still in 4th place. Closing in onto Lucky Quartz, who I don't think has pitted at this point. There's Oz Tonka going in, and in fact 2 of the cars in front of me have pitted in, so they're on mediums. They decided to go in with mediums for 7 laps, which is pretty good. I couldn't do that. That's just pushing it. For me, it's pushing the tyres too much. But yeah, as a result, I'm now in 2nd place. With Soul Reaper in front of me, and at this point I'm not sure if he's pitted or not, but yeah, he's a good, oh no, he has pitted now. Okay, so he's gone 9 or 8 laps with those mediums, and he's going to go for the last 3 on the hard, so I think I should get past him. He's still in the pits. There you go. So it's just I've got the lead at this point, and I managed to hang on to that lead all the way through to the last lap as we go through turn 1, and Oz Tonka here is going to give me a hell of a battle. He's pretty quick at this point. I'm not sure if he started on hards and is finishing on mediums, or he's on hards as well, but I know he pitted 1 lap before me, so his tyres aren't as fresh as mine, but nevertheless he is very quick. You can see him gaining rapidly on me. I'm going to try and drive as defensively as I can and try and hang in there for just this 1 more lap, and hopefully get a win if I'm lucky. So far things looking good. I'll cut the corner a bit there, got away with it, no penalties. But as you see, Oz Tonka is all over my rear end. I'm going to try and make sure he doesn't sneak in on the inside. Cut that quite a bit. Once again, I get away from escape any penalties, luckily. Very lucky if you ask me, because I did cut that quite a bit. But yeah, he's still behind me, and I'm going to still try and take the defensive line, because coming up after the spoon here is a pretty long straight, so if he gets a good run on me, I'm in serious trouble. And I think he's got a slightly better run, but I'm going to take the inside line. I'm going to shut that door, and he's not even actually making any attempt. I think Mercedes is slightly faster than BMW down the straight, so that's probably why. As we approach the final chicane, if I don't stuff this up, the win's in the bag. Here we go, final chicane. Get through that, okay. No dramas at all. There's, yeah, and there you go. It looks like it's a win for me. Wow, that's a good race. I'm really happy with that way that turned out. Choosing Mercedes is turning out to be quite a great little pick. It's suiting me quite well at the moment. I've got a 3rd in Nations Cup the night previously, and now first win of this season at Suzuka. So I really can't complain about that. So yay for me. I hope you enjoyed that. It was great fun driving it, and hopefully we'll see you next time. But in the meantime, let's have my celebration video. I'll catch you next time.